Today we're going to be talking about Send Help, which is a new Sam Raimi movie. I'm so excited he's back, guys. Evil Dead is one of my favorite franchises ever, so it's good to see that he's making movies again. That isn't Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Just kidding, I thought that movie was okay. I actually kind of liked it more than most Marvel movies in that era. Please don't click off the video yet. We haven't even gotten to the movie review. I shouldn't have said something that controversial right out of the gate. Anyway, let's just jump right into the movie review. But before we do that, can you please hit the like button and the subscribe button? That would be super cool of you, and like it would make my day. So like, why not, you know? And if you don't do it, I will send 15 tornadoes to your house. Like they're only gonna go to your house. And one tsunami. So the first thing I want to say about this film is just elevated so much by Sam Raimi's directing. Don't get me wrong, it's already a good film. You know, the script is good. You know, the baseline of it's a good film still. But Sam Raimi came in there and made like a 5-star meal with the camera work. Like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, I think we shift perspectives. It's really cool. It's not 10 minutes, I don't think it's that early, but it's really cool how you know the scene I'm talking about. It's in The Office. It's Conan O'Brien's character. By the way, I want to talk about spoilers in this film. So spoiler warning coming up in 3, 2, 1, spoilers, and here we go. This film does a really good job of juggling just a bunch of different tones. Like, there's a part where it's kind of like a love story type of thing, and then it just transitions into an I'm gonna kill you type of thing. But the transition was very smooth, you know, it didn't startle me like, whoa, this is a huge change of tone. It just progressed very nicely, and I liked that. This film is also very funny, and it's really funny in a messed up kind of way, but it's still very, very funny. It kind of reminds me of Evil Dead 2 humor. It's so much of Sam Raimi in this movie, and I think that's why I like it. You know, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, as different as it is from the other Marvel movies, it didn't really feel fully Sam Raimi. So it feels like it's been so long since we got that that Sam Raimi in the movies. I'm having a lot of trouble articulating this, so I'm sorry. But it's Sam Raimi's tone throughout the movie. And I feel like that's all that needs to be said. Like, a guy gets thrown out of an airplane and then choked by his tie. I feel like that's the most Sam Raimi death ever. By the way, that kind of leads me into a minor nitpick for this movie. The death scenes were cool, but there's a lot of CGI blood, which kind of just threw me off. There's a bunch of CGI in this film in general, and that's weird to me because I thought there was going to be more practical effects and stuff. The cast in this film is also stacked. We got Rachel McAdams, who is most well known for Mean Girls, and Conan O'Brien, who, at least to me, is most well known for the Maze Runner movies. So yeah, I think we got my whole childhood. Okay, I have a confession. I've never sat down and watched all of Mean Girls. I've seen Mean Girls in parts. I've seen the new remake for some reason, but just growing up, I've always just seen parts of Mean Girls. It was always just playing. So I've probably seen the full movie, but I've never seen the full movie. This is a tangent, my bad. I also found how they kept on referring to work stuff while at the beach really funny. For example, Rachel McAdams freaking out that she just killed people. And then she's like, I'm just gonna take a sick day. But anyway, back to the actors. These characters are so fun. And the actors just seem to have a great time playing them. Rachel McAdams, I think she's playing she's kind of top notch in evil, but then she plays the good guy very well, if that makes any sense. Just her face changes when she's doing something evil and when she's doing something good, and the audience is supposed to feel attached to her. She flips a switch very well. And Conan O'Brien does a very good job at playing an asshole. It's almost too good of a job, you know. And their chemistry just works really well throughout the entire movie. They're constantly just bouncing off each other, and it's so fun. And also, there's these scenes where Conan O'Brien just stares at the camera. You know, whether he be getting castrated or just sitting down and going crazy, there's scenes where the camera just lingers on him. And he just holds the audience's attention so well. And also, they tried to make Rachel McAdams, like, not hot. Like, the main thing they do is make her eat tuna sandwiches, which, like, what? Like, I'm not a huge fan of tuna myself, but, you know, it's not a total deal breaker for me, you know? They also do the thing that most movies do where they just gave her glasses, so, like... Anyway, I really liked the pacing in this movie. I thought the pacing was really well done. I wasn't bored for a single second in this movie. This movie, along with the actors, just held my attention really well. And I guess the actors just played a part in that. So yeah, overall, really good. The writing wasn't like as strong, and I mentioned this earlier, it's a solid script, but I think the directing and the acting is definitely what elevates it here. I thought the cinematography was also pretty impressive in this film. I also love how exaggerated everything is. You know, like Conan O'Brien is the typical like asshole with like a hot wife and just like, you know, he doesn't like ugly people. And then, you know, he thinks Rachel McAdams is ugly, which is so crazy to me. But anyway, he doesn't like ugly people. And Rachel McAdams just lives alone with a bird. So, you know, it's very stereotypical in that regard. Anyway, that's really all I want to say about this movie. I'm trying to get this review out pretty fast because I haven't done a movie review in a while. So I'm trying to get this out here. Anyway, goodbye guys. Thank you so much for watching. And please like and subscribe and comment your thoughts on the movie down below.